to spend more.
Well, boys, in the last video, we put an absolutely Freedomatic exhaust on the Squarebody. And the only problem with putting a really nice exhaust on your truck is the fact that it makes the 1987 sound system sound like crap and then you can't hear music. So in today's video, we are going to be fixing that. I spent about $150 on speakers from Amazon, and we're gonna make this thing sound better than a brand new truck. Trust me, it's not gonna break the bank. It's gonna be super easy. So without further ado, let's get into making this thing sound baller as heck. So we do already have one kind of modification to the sound system, and that is the fact that this car does have a Pioneer head unit in it that does have Bluetooth, and actually is really nice, honestly. It's probably the best Bluetooth head unit I've had so far. But the only thing about that is the speakers are still from 1987. Luckily, this truck was optioned with speakers behind the seats. So if you actually come around back here, we do actually have some 4x10s right here that we have got some speakers to replace. And then up here on the dash, well, what's left of the dash, we have some 3.5-inch speakers that we're gonna be putting in here. We've got Pioneers, they're gonna match the head unit. And yeah, should be pretty good. Also, you gotta take the dash out to do this. And I started pulling the dash out of this truck and found out it had a dash mat glued to the top of the dash. And as you can see, literally pulled apart the factory dash on this truck. So we're gonna do a black dash swap in an upcoming video probably. And my whole, everything fell out. Alrighty, so we got the truck inside. I'm gonna go over everything we got right fast. Starting off, we have the speakers. So I got these Pioneers. I actually got them semi-used off Amazon. Should be no big deal, hopefully. They are these spec, I don't know if it shows right there, but that is the specs. I have zero clue about audio. I have literally never done audio before in my career. Next up, because I am a racer, I have baby blue LED lights that go behind the dash. We're gonna put these in there while we're in there. And then finally, to wrap everything off and just show how American this truck is, we have the classic OG, classic Chevy license plate to go on the front of the truck, and this thing is gonna look sick all wrapped together. Finally, Sean is doing all of this because, as you can see, I have a built-in race rear end to go in my S197, so I'm gonna be doing that, and Sean's gonna be pulling my dash.
Are you putting the blue lights in because you're a Honda boy?
Honda boy, put blue lights in blue lights in truck, racer. So like I mentioned a few minutes ago, we got to pull the dash out of this thing. It isn't too bad, just a bunch of screws. Sean's just gonna go at it with his little snap-on tool, take them all out, get the dash out. I'm gonna put it on time lapse, and once he has that out, we're gonna check out the speakers, get everything dialed in. Boys, we found a clip probably older than me and Sean combined in this truck. So we got the dash out of it, and as you can see, she is pretty crusty and dusty. That's probably not going back in. We're going to completely clean all of this because it's got years, and I mean years of worth of crap in it. I mean, there's a tire tool down there and a bunch of stuff everywhere. So Sean's gonna go ahead and, you know, kind of eradicate probably whatever's living in here and everything else. We're gonna look at the speedometer, take all that stuff out, and then get these speakers out there, and that should cover all of that. And it's kind of impressive. We're doing some weight reduction now. During our endeavors, we have now also decided to swap the speedometer cable because the speedometer hasn't worked the entire time I've had this truck, and I got this cable for like 20 bucks from O'Reilly's. So heck yeah, time to have a working speedometer. Alrighty, so I'm back out here working on the Squarebody. We're gonna finish off the sound system by getting the rear 4x10s installed right fast. We got the fronts in the last few clips. Sean got the front speakers in, he got the speedometer cable, and he got the dash lights in. While he did that, I put a license plate on the front. But we do have the speakers in, and if you look, we got a piece of plastic here, or paper here. That's because we found out that if you don't actually just electrical tape the wires, then they will hit the dash and ground out. So make sure to electrical tape around the wires. All we did to put these on was we actually stripped down the factory harness, we depinned it, and then we just stuck it onto the new speakers, and that fit perfectly fine and worked out well. So we're just going to take these out and electrical tape them later, but for now I'm going to be taking all these old speakers out back here, which hopefully I just can take the Phillips head bolts out and they should come right on out. Alrighty, so I got the driver's side out, and you know, it's a square body, so for something being, you know, this American, steel dash and all, I was surprised to see made in Japan on the back side of the speaker. So I'm just gonna go ahead and unplug this. You can see where the power and all that is there, and I'll show you how we essentially ran those with the new kickers. Alrighty boys, it's absolutely hot as crap out here. I'm sweating everywhere and I wasted my entire lunch break doing this, but I got everything installed and it's all working. So on that side, you can kind of see over here, if I zoom in there, you can see I did get it mounted into the factory boxes. I had to drill some holes and attach some screws to get them to mount into the factory boxes, but they do fit in the factory box. You do have to kind of modify it. I did actually have to move the box a little bit. Turns out, if you've ever thought about self-tappering anything, Chevy did it from the factory. So I did have to move the box out a little bit and just re-self-tappered it right there to get it away from this metal wall because the magnet was magnetizing there. And then as far as the speaker wiring goes, it actually, the kit that I'm going to leave in the description came with a jumper harness that plugs into the factory harness, then plugs in at the bottom of the speaker there. So you don't actually have to do any wiring on the rear speakers. The fronts you do have to do a little bit of wiring too, but it's not that bad. If I come into this speaker here, you'll be able to see a little bit, but you can see what we did was we depinned the factory wiring harness here, and then we attached one new terminal there, and then the other one plugged in to the bottom side here of the Pioneer speakers, and then we have that working like factory. Everything works. So I'm gonna go ahead and put a few sound clips in right fast of a song that's probably copyright and gonna get this video demonetized, so make sure to hit that like and subscribe button.
Like Bobby Billy, I'm clutching the Beyblade, the way I let my gun rip. I was just on pissy mattress practicing the front.
I don't know how well it picks it up on video, but this thing absolutely rocks out. With this being a single cab, of course, it makes it a lot louder. There is a few things that, wow, just smacked my new edge. There's a few things I do want to do, aka, I think I have room back here to put a kicker compact 10-inch sub, which I probably will end up doing that because I do want a little bit more bass. It's not too bad, which I think that might be the head unit. There's no amp in this setup at all, so you're kind of limited off whatever head unit you're running. But currently with the Pioneer head unit, it has a great sound quality. I can now hear it over the exhaust, which is a big thing, and it actually sounds good, has good sound, which is another big thing, because you can be loud and not have good sound quality, and on this setup we have both at the same time. So I'm gonna get everything buttoned up in a later video, getting a new dash mat, probably gonna change out the door cards and everything. Gonna go with the blue and black theme interior wise, and then I might end up throwing a 10-inch sub back there in a future video. Don't really know yet. Let me know down in the comments section down below. Should have put a sub in this thing, but yeah, I got the sound system buttoned up. It does sound really good. We got a working speedometer and dash lights finally in the square body. I ordered a 3 in the front, 5 in the rear lowering kit, so the next video on the square body is going to be putting this thing down to the earth and making it baller as heck, and I'm so excited for it because this truck is so cool. But yeah, now that the sound system works, I can drive it again without actually not being able to hear anything but the exhaust, so I am very, very excited for this thing. And that's going to be all for today's video, guys. Putting a $150 Amazon sound system in our square body here, and for me it sounds on par if not better than a new modern truck, especially if you get a lower trim truck. This thing sounds really freaking good in here once I actually wrap everything with electrical tape and don't have to have paper sticking down there and get everything buttoned back up. This thing is going to be in great shape, guys. So like I said earlier, make sure to drop a like and subscribe to the channel. It helps us out a lot with making these videos. And that's going to be it for today's video, guys. Let us know down in the comment section if you want to see more square body content here on the channel, and I hope y'all have a great rest of y'all's day. Peace out, and we'll see you in the next freaking video.
I was almost home.